Oh my. It's something. I watched it so you guys don't have to.
Where's the button that instantly kills anybody that calls me honey?
Oh, do you mind your way here?
Oh, it's okay. Just having a closer look at the camera. $4. We're in the playoffs this weekend. Give it a shot. $4. $1 each. That is huge. Be some profit.
You ready?
I was gonna just put this down at the hold. Thank you. Unreal. I've never seen anything like that in an estate sale before. Holy cow. $950. This massive medallion. Architectural pieces. Wow. Now it's broken up there. Now I don't want it. So I think the camera's we might want that though. So this was inside the bag, but the cameras are gone. $25 just by itself. See if they let me buy it. So I take it somebody bought the digital cameras, or at least the Canon digital, and then there was another one in that bigger bag up there. And I found that at the bottom of the bag.
I do 10 on.
10? Cool, I appreciate it, thank you. Okay, thank you. Are you checking out? Just the one thing? If you want to go ahead of me. Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay.
All right.
Let me.
There's that. The rest of it's down here.
Okay.
Little guy. And then we negotiated 10 on that one.
Okay.
And I got this here. 24.
Nice. All right, I have 88.
Cool. 50. 1, 2. 83. Plus 8.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, this sale started at 7:30. It's about 10 o'clock now. I'm on the lookout for these vintage model planes. Looked like this guy was a pilot and had a bunch. So with any luck, there'll still be some there. Hello. Ones I'm looking for are on stands. Oh my. Jeez. Oh my gosh. I had this as a kid. 45. I'd buy it for under 20. We'll try it. Looks like it, yeah. Okay, let me get the box. Okay, so we're back in the basement. A little bit of an abrupt segue there because the camera died. I had spent so much time picking and digging and searching through that basement that the camera battery couldn't keep up. So you only missed one other item that I grabbed. We'll talk about that one. Has a little bit of a story that goes with it. All right, let's have a closer look at what I picked up at these estate sales. All right, so to get things started, you saw right as I walked in the den study, they had some electronics set out. The other iPod was a little beat up, so I didn't look at that one very close, but this shuffle was in really nice condition, and I just sold a pink one for a little over 30 bucks. So at a $10 buy price with the case, the paperwork, and the good condition, I figured that's an easy flip. Now getting to the sale a little bit late since I had to drop my daughter off at school, I was very surprised to see this camera was still sitting there. They had $20 on it for everything. Once I saw the paperwork, the good condition of the camera, the cables, CDs, a sealed extra disc, I figured 20 bucks is a good entry point. Even if it's for parts, there's still room to make a profit, if not get my money back. It does test and work. So I think between $70 and $80 due to the condition, based on what I see on sold comps, that shouldn't be a problem. And you also saw me grab from that same room this set of sealed Sony headphones. Now, sealed Sony headphones, in my experience, usually sell for pretty good money. They had $10 on this set, and I didn't even comp it there. I just grabbed it and thought 10 bucks. Sold. I think what they did was they looked at recent solds of just regular headphones and saw that they sell between $10 and $15. But in the sealed condition like this, I'm thinking close to $50, and I'll show those comps on screen. Anyway, this model is the MDR V150. So also in the basement, you saw that I grabbed this giant Shrek VHS. Now, upon further research, not a whole lot of value here. I'll show up on screen where somebody actually graded one of these things. But I just set this VHS Jurassic Park next to it so you can see the size difference. From what I've read, they made them this size just to compete with the fact that VHSs at this point in time were starting to fade out. DVDs were starting to take over. They wanted it to be something that stood out to both adults and children, and they figured a large box might do that. It's just an extra spacer there, extra cardboard. Anyway, kind of a unique piece. I have a thing about VHSs. This may just stay in my collection. That's where Jurassic Park came from. Okay, so you saw me grab this for $24, as they so elegantly wrote in Sharpie. I had a chance to look this up before the sale, and in working condition, I saw that it had good value. But this is new in box. It's not been taken out of the plastic inside. The box does have a little bit of a flaw, which is fine. I can point that out in the listing. But I'm gonna list it as new in box, and I think anywhere around that $75 mark. So 24 bucks into 75 or more, that's a win. And then sometimes it pays to dig a little deeper. I found this in the large camera bag. Somebody bought the cameras out of the bag, but forgot to check all the compartments. This is just a vertical grip. I see that it sells online for about 20 to 25. At 10 bucks, not the best pickup in the world. I'm glad he let me buy it though. This will be an easy listing, and Canon stuff usually sells through really quickly. So a nice easy listing and a little bit of profit. Not bad. Last but not least, I'll mention the hats. I paid 4 bucks each. Definitely not a home run, especially since this is Monday and they just lost their game last night. So no Rams in the postseason anymore. Kind of way I thought maybe there was a chance these would sell through quickly, but either way, easy listings, and I think at some point they'll sell. Okay, moving along to that second sale. The ad had the Jets posted that I was looking for that you saw in the video. They were gone. Somebody already bought them, so I had to make do. And that basement was so overwhelming. I knew that I was going to have to just spend a lot of time down there digging and digging. All the low-hanging fruit was definitely already plucked. Let's look into what I did end up buying. So the ad had a Commodore 64 in box, and all of that stuff was gone by the time I was there. But I did manage to dig and find this RAM cartridge. These things actually do have a little bit of value. In the video, you saw me pick up these micro cassette tapes. Be on the lookout for micro cassette players. They sell through very quickly for very good money, and a lot of times people do not have them stickered very high at garage sales or estate sales. And every time I pick one up, I wish I had more blank cassettes to test the record function as well as the playback, just so that I can say that they're fully tested. So I went ahead and picked those up. I think she charged me a couple bucks for each pack. So the plan is not to resell, but to help me make better listings in the future. You saw that I came across this Texas Instrument box. This is a electronic slide rule calculator. Now, I've probably seen these things in the wild, but if you end up finding anything in complete condition with the box and the paperwork and the accessories, I'll show some comps. They sell for a fantastic amount of money on eBay. So I paid $1 for this box that's in phenomenal condition. And based on the sold comps I see, I thought this would be a great piece to have. Go ahead and throw up the listing. You're gonna need my box. I think I'll start and ask $30 and turn on offers and just see what happens. And I also picked up this authentic Sony soft case for an FM/AM radio. You can see there it says made in Japan. I've never come across one in this good a condition. I got charged probably $4 for it. What I'll do is just hang on to this, and when I come across a Sony radio in the wild, which I normally do during garage sales and various estate sales, I'll know I have this and maybe be able to make my listing pop out that much more by having this awesome soft case in awesome condition. Digging a little deeper inside a bucket, I did find this FM/AM Walkman. It's working, not in the best condition, a little dinged up on the corners. Still, I think in working condition, I should get about 20 bucks for that. This hard hat is another situation. If you remember my video last week, this is another situation where looking up another item had me stumble across some interesting facts about this piece. So as soon as I realized that this may have some value, I ran back down to the basement and picked it up. So what I discovered is that there is actually a lot of value in vintage hard hats that are made by this Bullard company. If you can see that. Keywords that you want to look out for would be Bullard, of course, hard boiled. There's a specific style of brim that I will post a picture of, and other materials other than plastic like fiberglass or metal. While my hat here is probably worth about $20 to $30 in this condition, those fiberglass and those metal hats made by the same Bullard company can be worth hundreds, several hundreds. So be on the lookout for those. Make sure you're giving hard hats a second chance and really checking those out if you ever come across them in the wild. So to finish up, the most 90s thing I think I've ever come across, a Windows 95 video guide VHS with the stars of Friends. You got Matthew Perry and Jennifer Aniston. It's something. I watched it so you guys don't have to. It is terrible. But still super, super cool. And what always amazes me is something like this just sitting out in the open for several hours that nobody else chose to pick up. This thing in this condition is worth between $30 and $50. I couldn't believe it. I paid $4. So probably the coolest thing I found this weekend, and will definitely go down as the most 90s thing I've bought in a long time. All right, guys, well, that's gonna do it for this video this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please consider hitting the like button. Please consider subscribing to follow along, and we will see you on the next episode. Happy hunting.